Mike Tyson, renowned for fighting some of the best heavyweights of his time, including Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, Michael Spinks, Larry Holmes, and Frank Bruno, credits none of these as his toughest opponent. That honor goes to Pinklon Pink Thomas, whom Tyson knocked out in 6 rounds in 1987. Tyson reflected on this during an interview with History Bites, recalling the difficulty he had with Thomas. "I thought it was Pinklon Thomas. He was my toughest opponent," Tyson shared. He recounted watching the fight years later, realizing he had hit Thomas with 17 consecutive punches before Thomas finally went down. "I thought, God, that is my toughest fight. He took 17 on the chin." Pinklon Thomas, who held the WBC heavyweight title from 1984 to 1986, was battling a heroin addiction during his boxing career. Despite his struggles, he secured notable victories over former world title holders Tim Witherspoon and Mike Weaver. Thomas's battle with addiction started young. He first tried heroin at 12, and by 14, he was spending $150 a day on the drug. This led to a life of crime, and he was kicked out of school at 15. Thomas reflected on his troubled past in an interview with The Ring, describing how he chose the lifestyle of the projects, despite being an athlete in elementary school. "By the time I was in 7th grade, I was shooting heroin. I got caught up early," he said. His addiction drove him to commit various crimes, including armed robbery and theft, to fund his habit. At 17, Thomas got married and moved to Seattle, but his addiction led to financial instability, resulting in eviction. It was in the projects where he first tried boxing. Keen to impress, he lied to his first trainer about being a professional boxer but was quickly exposed. He recounted, "I had just shot some heroin and cocaine speedball, and after a few minutes of hitting the bag, he ran out and threw up." Thomas turned professional in 1978 after just 3 amateur bouts, partnering with Muhammad Ali's former trainer Angelo Dundee. He went on an unbeaten 25-fight streak, 24-0-1, and won the WBC heavyweight title from Tim Witherspoon. He defended his title against Mike Weaver, but lost it to Trevor Berbick in March 1986 via unanimous decision. After a 3-fight winning streak against lesser-known opponents, Thomas faced Tyson, who held the WBA and WBC titles. Despite initial success with his jab, Thomas was knocked out in the 6th round by Tyson's ferocious 15-punch combination. Reflecting on the fight, Thomas insisted Tyson didn't impress him, attributing his loss to a shoulder injury 6 weeks before the bout. "I figured my experience with the left jab would help me win, 'cause I didn't have a right hand 'cause of the shoulder," he said. Thomas retired in 1993 with a record of July 1, 43, having also faced defeats from Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, and Tommy Morrison. Today, Thomas works as a motivational speaker and founded the charity Pride in Neighborhood Kids to help disadvantaged children stay off the street.